Hi everyone, it's Amanda. It was pointed out to me that I haven't been on here in almost 2 weeks, and I guess it's karma biting me in the butt again because this is like the third time I've tried to make a video to update you guys on what's going on. So hopefully it can work. If this one doesn't, I'll just give up for the night and try again because right now I'm laying in bed and I've got a massive bad headache that I haven't been able to kick for a couple of days now. So if I can't get this to work, you guys will just have to wait another 24 hours, and hopefully I'll feel better. But I did want to try to get on here since I'm just laying here doing nothing and give you guys an update. So the last time that you heard from me, if I remember correctly, was going over all my blood work orders that came. I got a phone call the other day, last week, Thursday, I think it was. No. Yes, Thursday morning. Thursday saying that my blood work and my urine work, which is considered, quote, your labs, cannot be done on the same day as my ABG, which is your arterial blood gases. The original plan was that when I go in to have my upper endoscopy, that they were just going to do all of that all at once and get it done and over with. Well, my doctor doesn't want it all done in one day, which is fine. But he said I'd have to come in another time, but I got smart, and I'll explain that later. So last Thursday, I went to the pulmonary specialist because I'm supposed to have a sleep study. Well, you can't just call up the sleep center like I thought maybe I could and say, hey, I'd like a sleep study. So you have to go through the pulmonary specialist. He has to refer you out for a sleep study, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going through, my husband has sleep apnea. He had it very severely where the poor guy would fall asleep mid-sentence, or he'd fall asleep driving, or he snores so badly, and when he does sleep, he stops breathing in the middle, in the middle of the night. When we were first living together, there were times where I had to shake him and smack him and almost literally beat the tar out of him to get him to sit up and take a couple breaths because it was bad. And so him deciding to go and get that sleep study done and get on a CPAP machine was like the best decision I think he's done for himself in a long, long time. Besides marrying me. So anyway, my husband does have sleep apnea, and he's had his CPAP for about 5 years. And the machine he had at the time was state of the art. Now it's a dinosaur. And he went with me. I'm seeing his doctor. So he went with me to talk with the doctor, let the doctor know, his take on how I'm doing and all that. And it was much appreciated by both myself and the doctor to have that, what do they call it, sleep partner there to kind of testify and say, no, this is what's going on. My doctor's name is Dr. Shalaka, and he has decided that, yes, I most likely do have a form of sleep apnea, just from being, quote, self-diagnosed and listening to my husband talk and stuff. He says it's probably not that severe. So they went ahead and scheduled my sleep study, and the soonest that they could get me in was, I believe it's November 14th to Saturday. I have to report at 7 o'clock, which I'm kind of glad that they're open Saturdays because I didn't really want to have to do a sleep study and then go to work afterwards. So, doing my sleep study Saturday night and then I can come home Sunday is going to be nice. But I'm a little concerned. I should probably ask more questions. I don't normally go to sleep till like 11 o'clock. Like right now it's 10:45 and I should probably start winding down. But they want me there at 7, and it's probably for paperwork and stuff. But still, it's like I almost hope that they don't expect me to go to sleep at like 8 or 9 o'clock because that's not going to happen. And they didn't tell me to stay awake longer. Like I know several years ago, I had a friend do a sleep study, like long before my husband even did, and they wanted her to stay awake for 24 hours and then go in and do her sleep study. They don't do that anymore, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like, well, if they expect me to fall asleep at 8 o'clock, it ain't gonna happen. Not unless they give me something. um, my instructions that they gave me was don't wear silk pajamas, don't drink alcohol, don't do this, don't do that. One of the things that I wasn't too keen about, but I can understand, is I do have my nails done. They're acrylic. Um, one of the instructions is to pick a nail on to pick a middle finger and remove the nail. I guess the machine that they're going to hook me up to tends to not give an accurate reading through acrylic. So they want a nail gone. So I'm not too happy about that, but you know, whatever. I'll do what I gotta do. Sorry for the shaking. Like I don't know if I mentioned it. This is balancing on my lap. So I went to the pulmonary doctor. I have my sleep study scheduled. This Thursday, I'm going to go in and have my 1 month check-in with my nutritionist, Carol, and do my weigh-in and do my measurements and all that. My home scale says I'm down 15 pounds, but when I went to the pulmonary doctor, they weighed me in and it said that I was down 9. So I don't know how much difference that is from my doctor's, but hey, I'm still down. So it's good. I'm very happy that I've been doing really good at following my plan. I have allowed myself treats, but even though I'm allowing myself the treats, I still write it in my journal. Even if it's a oops, no matter what. If I'm having a bad day and I had a couple extra pieces of candy, or I had a piece of garlic bread or whatever, I write it down. Even if it's something that the doctor's going to go, shame on you, I'm writing it down so that I can be held accountable for it, which is a good thing. Because then I'm flipping back going, oh my God, why did I have a popsicle? Or how come it wasn't a sugar-free popsicle? I'm very happy that I'm holding myself accountable better than what I was doing on Weight Watchers. So my next appointment after that, as I mentioned, I can't do my ABG, my arterial blood gases, the same time I'm doing my labs. They wanted me to come in a couple weeks later, and I was like, I'm not going all the way down to Seattle for that unless I have other things scheduled. So I got smart and scheduled my ABG for the same day I'm having my 2-month check-in with Carol. So I'll have my blood gases done and get traumatized there because I hate needles, and then I'll go upstairs to her office and have my meeting with her. The gal that does their insurance billing, she called me, and because I think I mentioned before how my insurance was being wishy-washy and I just happened to have the paperwork with me. She said that she has never worked with my insurance company before. And she called me because she said that there's a gal in the office, another patient, who is a couple steps ahead of me, and she went to get her approval done, and they turned her down because she did not have a predetermination letter done from the surgeon's insurance biller, coder, whatever she is. We'll just call her an insurance gal. The insurance gal did not submit a predetermination letter, and she got denied for that. Elizabeth is her name. She told me that she's never had an experience working with our insurance company before, and she said all of a sudden you guys are popping out of the woodwork. She's got 5 of us total. I'm the second one, and there's 3 people behind me. So she decided to save me a step, she said, and she was pretty much calling to get my okay, but she wants to do a predetermination letter for me to be 1 step ahead of the game for my insurance company. So she said that once I have my upper endoscopy done, she's going to submit the predetermination letter with my results. And I guess we'll sit and wait and see what they do. She said a lot of times insurance companies, a predetermination letter, will the insurance company has to give their seal of approval, I guess, and say, yes, this surgery is medically necessary. No, we don't feel that it's medically necessary. And then they go from there. So worst case scenario, they say that this is not medically necessary for me, and then I'm a fish flapping on the beach out of water. So keep your fingers crossed. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers, and send some good juju my way, because I'm very nervous about it, and I've been beating myself up for several days, thinking the worst is going to happen and blah blah blah. And it's been really cool because my mom, she kind of stepped forward and said, you've been wanting this for so long that, we'll make this happen either way. So I'm hoping that my insurance will decide that I need their help, so that I don't have to go the other route. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. I have my appointment Thursday, and I am terrified of needles, and my pain threshold is so low, and so part of me is like, what are you gonna submit yourself to this for? All the needles, all the blood work, having a tube shoved down your throat. Are you crazy? So, my appointment coming up Thursday with my blood work and my upper endoscopy, I'm quite nervous about, but I think that might be related to my headache. I think it might be stress. So that's what's going on with me. I'm going to close this for now. I hope you guys are all doing really good. Congratulations to everyone who has had surgery lately. I'm sorry I'm behind on videos and stuff. I promise I will get caught up this weekend. Maybe I'll get caught up Thursday when I'm laying here trying to recover from my anesthesia. So anyway, more from me later, and I've got you guys in my thoughts, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.